Hi guys! Today I'm so excited. We are going to Toledo. So, kasama na naman ulit namin si Daisan. So, mag-train daw kami. So, bago that, mag-over. Arrange ng over. Tapos, mainit. Pero ito pa rin yung outfit. Yung OTD. Kasi, mainit kasi. So, see you later. Mga Team Madrid. Chorba. So, nakasakay na kami ng taxi. Going to train station.
Ocupado, sí.
Senate office? Ito?
Oo.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
¿Has votado?
No, todavía no. Esta tarde a ver si me puedo.
Direman mi sa palasyo din. Ano ba to?
Estar un mentiroso.
Ah, bueno.
Day, ano to, Day?
Plaza Neptuno.
Plaza Neptuno.
Es el Atlético de Madrid. ¿De qué equipo es usted? ¿De qué equipo de fútbol?
¿Yo?
Sí. No.
Ahí sí que no.
¿No?
No me gusta fútbol, no.
Ya.
Ahí me vale cualquiera.
Bueno. Está muy bien. Así que te quedas tranquilo.
Yo siempre de fútbol siempre gano.
Ya.
No me puede pasar lo mismo en la lotería.
Bueno.
Medyo naintindihan yung mga sinasabi nila kasi almost the same sa lingwahe ng Bisaya. Charbo. Economist.
Dala naman mo sa
What is this, Day?
Mana ni siya estación atot siya. Kanan dia sa bang Ministerio de Agricultura.
Dito? Sa left
Mga
side?
building ng mga Department of Urbanas nila dito.
Ano to?
Estación atot siya. Ito na yung ano natin.
Train station?
Train station.
Atocha?
Yes.
Atocha yung train?
Ano, yung lugar, yung pangalan ng ano. Dito ang mga, ano ba, pupunta ka ng Barcelona.
Okay.
2.5 hours sa fastest train. Depende sa anong klaseng train ang kukunin mo. Maximum 5 hours sa iba. Pero pag train naman, 2.5 hours or 3 hours.
Nanagyod.
Okay,
Madrid,
so this
Puerta de Atocha. Pag Puerta, yung gate.
Gates, yes.
Entrance.
Check natin kung makakamabit na yun.
So, mainit siya, guys. Kailangan talaga pag summer, you need to bring your ball cap or anything. Bring a lot of sunscreen protection. So, eto. Kasi, 12 na pala. Ang sarap ng tulog ko dahil sa Tento de Verano. As in, first time, nagising ako ng 9 a.m. Nakatuglas ako ng Tento de Verano kahapon kasi nag-flamenco, diba? Tapos, doon na naman, before sa flamenco na present sila, pinainom na kami. Tapos, pagdating doon, inom na naman. Tapos, pagdating na doon sa restaurant, as in, ano na talaga, the same din. Red wine pala yun. Ang sarap ng tulog ko. So, ito na. Dito na kami. Papasok na kami. Ah, okay. Tamang-tama.
20 minutes lang ang biyahe, pero pag wala nang hapon.
Wow. So, ito yung train station nila. Si Dupak. Ang daming ano. Oh my God. As in, mayroong mga pa-plants. May body shop. The body shop.
Ano rin kasi siya, parang airport ang style.
Airport yung dating. Tapos, oo. May ano pa dito, Day, oh. Kalasangan.
Oo.
Kalasangan sa Madrid, Day. Abi na ako sa ator ang lasang, Day. Dito sa kanila. I think after na tapos na sila dito, Day, oh. Yun. Check ko. Curious. Toledo. Pinakababa. Yan.
Ay, alauna. Puno na ang 12:20.
140 okay lang.
So, 140.
140. Okay lang, may time tayo na ano. Entonces, accepta.
Paano yung tatlo?
Pabalik.
Kung mayroon tayo bibili pabalik or
No, kailangan natin bumili dahil kung hindi, maubusan ka. 8:40. Okay na to, 8:40.
ng gabi? Okay.
8:40 ang labas natin doon.
Okay.
Pero hindi natin nilagay ilang tao.
Biyahero.
Biyahero. Oh, no, dos. Ha? Kumpra.
Bakit mahal?
Ano to? Baka may naselect tayo ng, kasi na ano to eh, Bulber. No, balik tayo. Dahil naka-start sila eh. Touchscreen. Billetes. Venta de billetes. Ida y vuelta. Adulto, tono, adultes.
Okay.
Okay, accept that.
Ngayon yan, July 23.
Oh, yes. And then Toledo. Accept that. Yung 1 ang kukunin natin. 140.
Ayun, 11.
Oh, 11. And then ito, Pamadrid. Ay, no. Stress pa yan. Susunod. 840 o 8 está bien.
Ayun.
66. Kasi ida y vuelta na eh. 33,
Balikan.
30. Balikan na. And then, Vero. Oh, no.
Oh, okay lang kasi
Oo, tatlo na yan eh. Uy, tipo de dokumento.
ano yan?
Yung ano natin,
Kailangan pa?
oo, passport
Documents.
number.
Say mo na lang,
Na-memorize
Day.
yung passport number?
Kailangan i-input yung bawat isa, Day?
Oo, kada isa. Tipo
Sige,
de
Day.
dokumento.
Something wrong. After we input all our passport and completed the payment, the ticket didn't go out. So my colleague is checking. Finally, guys, nakakuha din ng ticket. Pumunta na lang talaga kami sa officer kasi hindi nag-print, sira pala yung machine. Tapos sabi nila, automatic daw mababalik sa ano, yung binayad sa card. So hindi kami binigyan ng refund, nagbayad ulit. We have 1 hour to wait, so currently it's 10 minutes before 1 o'clock. So ang train time namin is 1:40. So snack muna kami dito. Ayan. Actually busog pa eh, galing pa kami, kaka-breakfast lang ng 10. So magtubig-tubig muna at saka croissant. Excited ako sa trip sa Toledo. See you later. So, finally guys, nakapasok na kami dito sa loob ng station. Ayan o, Toledo. Ayan lang.
Wala pa?
8132. Ano yun siya? Anong ibig sabihin? Wala pang date. Wala pang gate.
Wala pa. Upo muna.
Ayan yung pantalya nila. So, sa 114 daw. So, papalakad na. Sa gilid, ito yung, dito yung lot. Okay. Tapos 11. Kahit naka-aircon na dito sa loob, medyo mainit pa. May naka-assign ba na seat sa atin?
May isa na magkahimulay sa atin.
Aywa.
Ang dalawa katabi.
Ah, oh, sige. Okay lang ako din.
Oo. Sir, lang sir, baka may iba siyang katabi.
Pwede tingnan natin.
Oo.
Kung babae.
Oo,
Okay.
kung babae siya.
Oh, doon.
Kung lalaki, ako na lang magtabi doon. Side bit ba siya?
Ayan na.
14.
Ay, dumating na pala.
Oo, makarating na.
Dumating na kami sa platform. Tres.
Ay.
Viaje, algo, viaje Toledo por aquí también.
Kotse o no? Hindi, kunin mo yun.
Yay!
Number yan. Ha? Number 10 ba? Diyos ko, nasa unahan ka ba? Number 1 tayo. Oo. Pero doon kasi
Asan yung number?
sa unahan tayo.
Asan yung number dito, Day?
Number 1 tayo.
Ay, kalayo ba, Day?
Oo. Ay, kotse
Asan?
1 to, oh.
Ito, dito pala. Dito pala.
Ora.
O sige, anong
Sige,
number
go.
tayo, Day?
36, 37 and 38.
37 and 38. Ah, dito. 37 and 38, tapos
And then 46.
46.
Here. Kumusta? Sa Toledo? Toledo. Obvious ba? Toledo. Tumapon.
Dito ka na lang, dyan ako. Okay ka lang dyan? Okay.
Okay.
Dito kami. Hi! Nami-meet ng mga Bisaya, taga Cebu.
Taga Cebu.
Asa mo sa Cebu?
Sabi na ako.
Manawa.
Kuy, mga Cebu.
Akong mother, taga Cebu, pero wala pa ko naka-add pa dito. Oo. Pero na ako sa Dubai na boy. Sa Dubai. Wait, pwede mo pag-uli. Balik, hapit mag-Dubai.
Kuan ni. Abu Dhabi.
Ay, sa Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
Lahi nga, Etihad din sila.
Sa likod, akong boss. Pero Tagalog.
So, mga turista din pala sila dahil.
Turista ka. Actually, hindi yun gala sa, hindi, sa mo, trabaho ba? Side bit lang.
Side bit lang laag.
Side bit ang laglaag.
Para suri-suri sa ba.
Gani, suroy-suroy. Mingaw kay kong Bisaya, day. Puro Tagalog yung ka.
Uy, Bisaya sa Dubai.
Naa, pero tarak sarang ayaw ba? Usay, mag-uli ko, galisod kong sabon.
Busog.
So, nag-honeymoon lugar mo. Wow, sweet naman.
Sana all na lang tayo na.
Sana all. Ito, si Daisan, ano siya? Nalagit siya diri. Oo, so mo nang siya gagiya sa mga kami. Naman kayo siya mo Espanyol. Oo.
Char, Espanyol ako dahil. Sabi niya, taga saan ka? Taga dito. Char, di ba obvious na mukha akong Espanyol? Char.
Kami ito project ko
Oo.
Oo, kutsara dito lagi.
Nindot siya ka na. Yung visa diri na gid ba? Yung passport diri na gid ba? Kaya pila ka ba hindi day? 15?
Oo.
Oo.
passport mo.
15 years na gid ba? Oo.
Char lang eh. Pangpapel lang ah.
Pangpapel. Okay.
Keep na ito.
Update you guys later. Hi guys! Welcome to Toledo. So, what you will be expect here in Toledo? Ito. Castilla Mancha. El destino más esperado de la temporada. So, yung mga historical ng church dito, yan talaga ang pinupuntahan kasi yung how many years na siya. Tapos, grabe yung historical dito.
I mean, I don't like y'all can help me at home.
So, ito yung train station nila. Grabe. Grabe talaga. Init. Asan si sir?
Dito.
Ha?
Nag-CR ka dito.
Ah, okay.
Sa shadow na tayo.
Ha? Sa loob siya nag-CR? Baka maghanap yun.
Lalabas dito.
Ah, meron naman, di ba? Tawagan naman. Wow.
Dito rin tayo.
Ito yung train station nila.
Sí. Right, right.
Meron ding bus. Ay, may half on, half off. Siguro 24 hours na today.
Oh, wow.
Ito yung maganda.
Ha?
Ito yung maganda.
Oh, bet nyo?
Wala
Kasi-
siya nindot ba
Oh,
kay?
kasi mo, iturgid ka niya.
Itarget ka niya sa,
kuan.
tanan mga tourist spot bita tapos
Claro.
connect kasi to ba?
Correct, oo.
Connect.
Oo.
Wala na
Normally pag gakuha ko ginani.
Oo.
Kamo, kaysa magsiitag kuan bitaw.
Lakwatsa nga dito
Oo.
kabalog asa.
Oo, takabalo asa mag-start.
I-try natin. Ah, ganda din ng hotel, Half on, half off. So, meron din pala sila dito.
Pwede naman. Ano, what's the plan?
Let us wait for bossing. Alright. Nakasakay na kami ng half on, half off. Para mas madali.
No, maribasa ka kailan 25 bilog magku.
Pero mainit lang talaga. So,
Toledo was for centuries an important Roman transportation hub with a thriving Jewish population. When Rome fell, it was ruled first by the Visigoths and then by the Moors. Centuries later, when the Christians conquered the city, they made it Spain's political and religious capital. Toledo was declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1986 for its extensive monumental and cultural heritage. Located on the banks of the Tagus in central Iberia, Toledo is known as the City of the Three Cultures for the cultural influences of Christians, Muslims, and Jews throughout its history. It was the capital, from 542 to 725 CE, of the Visigothic kingdom, which followed the fall of the Roman Empire. Toledo was also the location of historic events such as the Councils of Toledo and was labeled the Imperial City due to the fact that it was the main venue of the court of Charles V, Holy Roman Emperor in Spain. The city, seat of a powerful archdiocese for much of its history, has a Gothic cathedral. The Cathedral Primada de España, the primate cathedral of Spain, and a long history in the production of bladed weapons, which are now common souvenirs of the city. As of 2015, the municipality had a population of 83,226, 4, the municipality has an area of 232.1 square kilometers, 89.6 square miles.
City Gate.
Toledo, Latin, Toletum, is mentioned by the Roman historian Livy in ca. 59 BC, 17 CE, as Urb Sparta, said local munita, a small city, but fortified by location. Roman general Marcus Fulvius Nobilior fought a battle near the city in 193 BC against a confederation of Celtic tribes, defeating them and capturing a king called Hylermus. At that time, Toletum was a city of the Carpetani tribe, and part of the region of Carpetania. It was incorporated into the Roman Empire as a civitas stipendiaria, a tributary city of non-citizens, and later a municipium. 8. With this status, city officials obtained Roman citizenship for public service, and the forms of Roman law and politics were increasingly adopted. At approximately this time, a Roman circus, city walls, public baths, and a municipal water supply and storage system were constructed in Toledo. The Roman circus in Toledo was one of the largest in Hispania. The circus could hold up to 15,000 spectators. A fragmentary stone inscription records circus games paid for by a citizen of unknown name to celebrate his achieving the severate, a kind of priesthood conferring high status. 10. Games were held in the circus late into the 4th and early 5th centuries, an indication of active city life and ongoing patronage by wealthy elites. Toledo started to gain importance in late antiquity. There are indications that large private houses, domus, within the city walls were enlarged, while several large villas were built north of the city through the 3rd and 4th centuries. A church council was held in Toledo in the year 400 and 527 to discuss the conflict with Priscillianism. Already since 546, possibly earlier, Visigoth rulers installed the capital of their kingdom in Toledo. King Theudis was in Toledo in 546, where he promulgated a law. Throughout the 7th century, a series of church councils, the so-called Councils of Toledo, discussed on the theological reconciliations on Nicene Christianity. They were held in Toledo under the Visigoths. By the end of the 7th century, the Bishop of Toledo was the leader of all other bishops in Hispania, a situation unusual in Europe. It was also unmatched as a symbolic center of monarchy. When internal divisions developed under the Visigothic nobles, Tariq bin Ziyad captured Toledo in 711 or 712 on behalf of the Umayyad Caliphate of Damascus, as part of the Islamic conquest of the Iberian Peninsula. Tariq's superior, Governor Musa, disembarked in Cadiz and proceeded to Toledo, where he executed the Visigothic nobles, destroying much of the existing power structure.
Natitiis sa tindi ng init, kaliwali na yung itim-itim, okay na lang. Kasi nakuha lahat yung views. Very nice.
Following the Umayyad conquest, invaders were ethnically diverse, and available evidence suggests that in the area of Toledo, locally known as Ulayala under Islamic rule, Berber settlement predominated over Arab. In 742 the Berbers in Al-Andalus rebelled against the Arab Umayyad governors. They took control of the north and laid an unsuccessful siege on Toledo. Toledo retained its importance as a literary and ecclesiastical center well into the mid-8th century, as demonstrated by the Chronicle of 754. During this period, several letters show of the primacy that the Church of Toledo held. Under the Umayyad Emirate of Cordoba, Toledo was the center of numerous insurrections against Cordoba's government dating from 761 to 857. Gerbib ibn Abdallah, a poet from Toledo, wrote verses against the Umayyads, helping to inspire a revolt in Toledo against the new emir in 797. By the end of the 8th century, the Umayyads had made Toledo the administrative center of the Central March of Al-Andalus. In 852, a new revolt broke out in Toledo. The Umayyad governor was held hostage in order to secure the return of Toledan hostages held in Cordoba. In reprisal of a prior attack by Toledans, Emir Muhammad I sent an army to attack the Toledans, but was defeated. Toledo forged an alliance with King Ordono I of Asturias. They fought together at the Battle of Guadalcelit but lost. Later in 857, the Toledans attacked Talavera but were again defeated. In 859, Muhammad I negotiated a truce with Toledo. The city became virtually independent for 20 years, though locked in conflict with neighboring cities. Cordoba's authorities reasserted control over Toledo in 873, after the successful Umayyad siege on the city, which forced defenders to submit. 31, 32, 33, the Banu Qaysai gained nominal control of the city until 920. Following a new period of unruliness in the 920 and 930s, Caliph Abd ar-Rahman III captured the city in 932, following an extensive siege. During the persecution of the Jews in the late 15th and early 16th centuries, members of the Jewish community of Toledo produced texts on their long history in Toledo. After the crushing of the revolt of the Comuneros, Charles V's court was installed in Toledo, with the monarch choosing the city as his residence at least 15 times from 1525 on. Charles granted the city a coat of arms. From 1528 to 1561, the population increased from 31,930 to 56,270. In 1561, during the first years of his son Philip II's reign, the royal court was set in Madrid. The archbishops of Toledo remained as powerful brokers in the political and religious affairs of Spain for the rest of the Ancien regime, also owning an extensive seigneurial land across most of the southern half of the Inner Plateau and some nearing territories. The mass arrival of deported unruly Moriscos from Granada, Moriscos Nuevos, in Toledo and its lands, 6,000 arrived to the city only, at least temporarily. In the wake of the Alpujarras rebellion posed a formidable logistic challenge, and the uneasy pre-existing system of social relations between the Moros Viejos, Old Moors, and the Old Christians was disrupted. By and large, Granada New Moriscos were subject to xenophobic abuse and became stigmatized as bloodthirsty and sacrilegious. The city excelled in silk manufacturing during the early modern period. The silk industry reached a peak in the 16th century, entering a protracted decline in the later years of that century and ultimately disappearing by the turn of the 19th century. The Peninsular War affected the city in a very negative way. Over the course of the 19th century, Toledo underwent a progressive change from convent city to bureaucratic city. Being a city quite impervious to external influence at the time, bourgeoisie exerted a limited influence.
Teka na yun! Ito yung sasakyan! Train Vision! they preserve. Kita mo yung church. Grabe. Andun pa ako sa hindi pa nabuo yung fetus. Andun pa sa mga cells ng mga kahit yung mga cells ng mga parents ko wala pa. Doon pa sa mga grandparents. Kasi ano pa to, ilang century pa to, 16th century. Tingnan mo, Toledo. So, meron ding McDonald's dito. Grabe talagang naramdaman mo talaga yung yung hapdi sa sa arms. Kaya panay yung lagay ko ng yung sunscreen. Kaya punta kayo is July. Bawang kayo lagi ng sunscreen. So, maliit lang siya. Maliit lang siya na town. Pero, grabe. They preserve all the buildings since 16th century. And you can just imagine there are also churches built by Hebrews, and it's facing Israel, but I don't know where is it exactly, maybe later. Okay, meron din silang mga antique cork Spain. So yan yung mga handicraft. Ganun lang siya ka-simple. Pero tingnan mo yung mga building, guys. Ah. So, naglibot-libot muna kami sa hindi mainit. Kasi talagang gabi yung init. Hindi mo siya kaya. Kahit nagdala na ako ng jacket. As in, damang-damang pa rin. Kung pumapasok yung hapdi. May jacket. Grabe. Ayan siya, oh. So, ako, follow the leader lang po, ani. Andun, yung kasama ko, si Daisan. At saka yung boss ko. Lahat ng klase ng espada. Dito yung sword, dito yung espada. So yung mga menu.
Pero has quitado a lo más gordo, que es literalmente cagarte a los putos dioses.
Sunod-sunod lang ako sa kanila. So wala na yung magandang restaurant na hindi masyadong crowded. Kasi ma-crowded talaga doon sa sa McDonald's at saka sa Burger King. Dito maganda siya. Ay, malamig. Maano naman pala, no? Pagka wala lang init, medyo okay naman yung weather. Sasikip magdaan, guys. Kaya nag-scout kami. Kita nyo yung building. So, siguro doon ako yung malalaking building tapos parang flat style siya. Mga bela-bela. Yun yung dito. So, paglabas namin, yun siya. Ayun.
¿Algún día? Y se reza si algún difícil que diga.
Yan o. kainan. Ayun. Regalos con valor de origin. Yan yung mga handicraft nila. Nakahanap din kami ng place, but I don't know. So, talagang matindi yung init, guys. Kaya, if this month, July, pumunta kayo dito, kailangan kompleto, huwag mong kalimutan ang whole cup. Otherwise, sunog na sunog kayo. Ako nakailang patong na ako ng sunscreen. So, medyo puno, kaya we are continually scouting to look for a good restaurant. Ganda pagkagawa ng bag. Parang galing to sa Pakistan. Parang galing sa Pakistan, day. Oo.
今天这个车我给你配上一个去了一趟的今天嘛，这不能说是在这个桥头，隔壁是有桥头啊。哇。